YouTube, what's the word? It's your biggity boy. Feel me, Mr Flackqib himself.
Yes, sir.
Live in the flesh. I know you can't believe it. It's alright.
It's him.
It's alright. I'm here though. You know what I mean? But I got a guess. But before I get into my amazing guests, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe.
Support is free.
You feel me? It's free. It's free. It don't cost you nothing to feel me? Press a button. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what to comment hashtag free Flock, because it's 9 to 5 life is not for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Not for your worst enemy. Hashtag nonblinkergang, because when you stay in your lane, you don't need a blinker.
That's a fact.
There's no need for a blinker. You know what I'm saying? And hashtag road to 500, because we almost there.
Let's get it.
But let's get into who I got in the building.
You know the vibe.
Mr JAH himself.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? Live and in the what's going on, King?
Shit, just chilling, ready to get back home.
Word.
You know, be productive.
That's a fact.
Like
for me, he hit me like, yo, I'm about to get on the flight, bro. You want to knock this interview out?
Definitely.
Hell yeah. Pull up,
Definitely.
Word. So,
so
speaking of the flight and everything, you want to tell them where you going and what you got going on?
Yeah, I'm heading back to North Carolina. You know, I go to East Carolina University. Go back to school on the 22nd. Just want to get home, get settled, get ready for school.
Yeah, sir.
You know how that go.
Yeah, sir. So this is year what for you?
My sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah, I took some time off after I graduated. I graduated class 19.
Okay. Okay, so what you studying?
Exercise physiology.
So
sir.
what is that like lead into as far as like
I'm taking a lot of classes just learning about the body, each and every individual muscle. So like basically learning the body down to a science.
Okay, so inner workings, ligaments, muscles.
Yep, definitely. So I'm basically just learning what muscle make what muscle move. That's attached to the tendon. That's attached to the bone.
Oh,
so.
wow.
Yeah.
Nah, that sound crazy. You gotta know your shit.
Definitely study on that. Definitely.
Alright, so how did you get started when did you fall in love with fitness and everything?
Just as I actually matured from a boy into a man, coming out of high school, and just like playing football, you know, being short, I gotta be strong and physical to hold my own on the field. So, and then I think like as a man, you should be able to stay dangerous always. Your woman should feel comfortable around you. You should be good by yourself without a gun.
That's a good point. That's a great point. I'm glad you said that. Without a gun, heavy on without a gun.
Definitely.
Okay, so around like what, 18, 17?
Yeah, about 18, 19. That's when I started getting into it. I wasn't consistent at first, but these past 2 years in the COVID, what really made me like get consistent and get on it. Because with this COVID, you know, people losing their jobs, it was gonna make or break people. You ain't had nothing to do besides go to work and be at the crib. I wasn't gonna let that get the best of me.
Right. Yeah, you in the crib getting fat, getting lazy.
That's a fact.
Push-ups in the crib not enough.
Yeah, so with that, that's when I started a group FaceTime fitness thing. We was on the phone like FaceTime every night at like 10 o'clock with our jump rope. I had people from a few NFL players from the AFL, overseas, and just a lot of people from the town, you know, upstate, down south. We were just getting right every day.
That's tough. Alright, so where you from? For the ones that don't know.
I'm from Utica, but I've been back and forth from Utica and Atlanta my whole life.
Okay, so what part of Atlanta?
College Park. It's on the south side.
Okay. Shout out College Park.
Definitely. Exit 85.
I went to Atlanta once, you feel me? But it was like, you know, downtown area type shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ferris wheel, you know what I mean? We did all that shit. But, Waffle House and shit. But alright, so tell them how Utica is growing up. You know what I mean? For the ones that don't understand.
I mean, Utica growing up.
It's a small town. You know
yeah, definitely. It's a little bit smaller than Syracuse. I mean, it's really the same though. All you can do is really just go to school, work, and just be out the way. I went to Proctor for 2 years, and I went back down to Atlanta to graduate. Cause you know football is more popular down south. So seeing myself out here getting pulled up my 9th grade year for sectionals, playing varsity, starting my 10th grade year, only let up 1 touchdown throughout all my years of playing. So I'm like, I seen potential in myself, so I'm like, I need to go back to where it's really hot at and where it's actual competition, so I can continue to better myself.
So you still playing football now,
Not at this moment, but I will be. Okay. Will be very soon.
Okay. Alright, so
he's that dog, and he don't like to lose no matter what. Even if it's an argument, he ain't gonna lose. Yeah. And that's just how I am. Okay. No matter what it is, I don't like to lose.
Okay, so who would you say is like the rest of your top 5? What's the other 4?
I say about Jalen Ramsey, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, and my favorite all time for sure, Adrian Peterson.
AP. Yeah, AP is him. I feel like he's not talked about enough though.
That's a fact.
Like he came back from an ACL early and still ate.
Like he ain't never leave. That man different.
That's tough right there.
That's a freight train with NASCAR speed, literally. And he hitting that hole.
Him and I feel like, well, it's not like a comparison to them or nothing, but Brandon Jacobs, when he was in New York, bro, he was him. Yeah. Like him. Like BJ was him.
I feel like that's how everybody go. Like if they not the most talked about player as of today, when they first get in the league, they all got that dog mentality. Yeah. Then they start getting that paper and they start chilling.
That's where the difference comes.
Yeah, I feel like they lose the love for it and they be in it for the money to a certain extent.
Right. I feel you. Well, all right. So this is a question I've recently been asking my guests. Like, would you rather be used or would you rather be useless?
I'd rather be useless because I would never want to be used. I'm going to always be myself to the death of me. I won't change for nobody. So if they just using me for that, I don't want it because it ain't genuine.
That's the first time I got that answer. Okay, definitely. I respect it. Because I disagree, so I respect it. You know what I mean?
Why you disagree?
I feel like this is just my interpretation of it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you wrong or nothing. Right. I feel like if you're useless, then like, well, I feel like first of all, let me start by saying I feel like everybody is being used with like to some extent. You know what I mean? Like, whether you conscious of it or not, you're being used. You feel me? In some way. Like for instance,
that's just how life goes.
Right. You feel me? If you work at some place, your employee's giving you the job because he needs an employee, and you taking the job because you need a check to pay your bill. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like at some point everybody being used. So like I feel like if you're useless, then like what are you contributing? You don't have
right. Because I'm being used for a video. It could benefit both of us. Right. Like that.
Right. You know what I mean? It's type shit. So it's like I just feel like I don't know. That's my interpretation of it though. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say useless though is because like me and what I do today, I go that broke over it. I'll fall about anybody over it because at the end of the day I gotta take care of myself and do what makes me happy. That's true. So like me, I wouldn't mind like falling off a 9-to-5, quitting a job, like, cause I'm trading my time to help you. So if you're not, you feel me? If you're not gonna be genuine back to me and acknowledge that, you feel me? I'm going on my way to work for you in this company. Right. I don't want to be here. Exactly. That's true.
So yeah,
that's a good point. Cause at the end of the day, if God forbid, if you drop dead that day, they find another employee the next week.
Right. Like just how you got your YouTube, you know, you using people. You're helping you out, you helping them too at the same time, but you being yourself. Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not compromising myself.
Right.
Understandable. Okay. So my another question is, do you check yourself? Like, if you feel like you're going off the rails or you're not quote unquote sticking to the blueprint or the plan, do you stop, take a minute, and check yourself? Like,
definitely.
I'm bugging.
Definitely. Because me, I'm the type of person that I move with a purpose.
Right.
If it's not benefiting me or helping the ones around me that I care about, I'm not gonna be doing it. Cause what am I getting out of it? Right. Nothing at all. So I always try to move with purpose with everything I do. Cause time is something you don't get back.
Exactly. That's the only thing in the whole world that you don't get again, bro.
That's a fact.
So crazy. Fact. But for the ones that don't know where to find you at on your socials and stuff, you wanna put them on?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at JAHZAE Simpson, JAHZAE Simpson, and on Instagram, JAH_the Great _.
Alright, so as far as what you got planned for the future, what you want to let them know you doing?
Me, I'm a trainer as of now, but I'm trying to be a trainer at the highest level for like an NBA or NFL team, and that's not just for powerlifting. I go powerlifting, speed, agility, whatever sport you play. I can work on your explosiveness. Teach you how to work your quick twitch muscles so you can be jumping out the gym. Just anything that got to do with gym-wise, fitness-wise, any sports, I can do it. I know it down to a science. That's also what I'm still in school for.
My son do everything. Hold on. Let me get at them. Let me get at them. I'm gonna put them Jones right on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's say it's a 21, 14, 6, 85, 27, 48, 56-year-old man, woman, whatever out there, and they want to be the next job. They feel like, or they get inspiration from what you're doing.
Right.
You feel me? What advice would you give them to either keep going or get started?
What I would tell them is that first off, always be yourself. Don't try to be like me, because I get a lot of people that hit me up like, yo, I'm trying to get like you. I always encourage them to be better than me.
Right.
You feel me? Because everybody is different. No matter if we eat the same, sleep the same, work out exactly the same, do everything exactly the same, we're still going to come out different.
Right.
And motivation is temporary. Discipline is key. Consistency. Stay disciplined. With discipline, you're going to fail at whatever you're doing. It's either you want it or you don't. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, let's ride.
Right.
I'm going to do it.
Exactly. I feel you. I feel you, bro. And shit, I co-sign whatever, especially what he said about consistency and discipline. You know what I'm saying? Jim, I think I heard a Jim Jones quote. He said, if you can't stay motivated, stay consistent. Because
That's
consistency gonna bring the motivation back.
That's a fact.
And
fall in love with the process. That's why you gotta be yourself. Because a lot of people get caught up with these social media standards. They see, oh, that's what I want to do in life, so they trying to compare themselves to him.
Yeah.
But he not showing all the stages that he had to go through to get there.
Right.
You feel me? It's an ugly process for everything.
Ugly.
And that's why you gotta stay true to yourself, so you can fall in love with the process and not just be doing it for the clout or for a certain image.
That's a fact, man. You heard it here first. JAH the Great. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming through.
You already.
Word, bro.
Wow.
Word shit. Appreciate you, safe flight, all that.
Appreciate it.
You feel me? Appreciate y'all for tuning in again. You know what I mean? It's another episode. Nah.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for my boy for sure.
Yes, sir. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't know what to comment, hashtag nonblinkergang, because if you stay in your lane, you don't need a blinker.
Most definitely.
Feel me? Hashtag free Flack, because it's not a 5 life, not for nobody.
We're gonna be on the top very soon.
It's there. You feel me? It's right there. You get what I'm saying? And hashtag road to 500, because we almost there.
Let's get it.
Peace.